Hi, I'm Tess Schultz with Tulip Square, and today I'm going to show you how to make this. I call it the Jagged Lattice quilt block. It's kind of like the drunkard's path, but without any curved seams. So this is my variation on that. And I feel like anything that I come up with has probably already been done, but I haven't seen it, so if it is, I don't know what it's called. So this is my Jagged Lattice quilt block, and let's head over to the sewing machine and I'll show you how I made it. Okay, for the Jagged Lattice quilt block, you're going to start with, we have 8 of these 3.5-inch squares, 8 of the 2-inch squares, that's your background color. And then for the other 2 colors, you have 8 each of the 2-inch squares, and then 4 each of the 2 by 3.5-inch pieces. Okay, we're going to start with the 3.5-inch squares, and then half of the 2-inch squares. So 4 of each, okay? I got 4 of each of those. And all you're going to do is line up your 3.5-inch square and your 2-inch square in one corner. And then you're going to sew a diagonal line right there. Now you can use a ruler and just draw a diagonal line right there. And then sew along that line. Or you can do what we like to do and line up your fabrics. And then see this line we have on our sewing machine? This is just a simple striping tape. We have a link to it in the description. There's also a special 1/4-inch tape you can buy that's made just for this, and we have a link for that in the description as well. But the point is, you line up your needle with one end, and then you line up the other end of your diagonal line with this line. So as you sew, you just keep this point lined up to this line on your machine, and you'll end up with a perfectly straight diagonal line. So we're going to do that with half of these and all of these. I wish I knew what this fabric was because it's so cute. I bought it years ago for another project at a little quilt shop in North Carolina. But unfortunately, I didn't have any of the salvage left, so I have no idea what this fabric is called. Now we're going to take all of these and we're going to cut that corner off, and then we're going to press it towards the corner. So we're going to do that with all of these, and then we're going to set these pieces aside and work on the next piece. So for the next piece of the block, you're going to take the rest of these and the rest of the colored 2-inch squares, and you're going to pair up one of the background colors with one of the colors and sew those together. So you're going to do that with all of these and all of those. So you'll use up the rest of these and you'll use up all of those. Now we're going to take all of these and press them toward the colored squares, and we'll be right back with the next step. Okay, now we have 4 of those and 4 of those, and we're going to pair them up with their matching colored rectangle and sew them together right along there. Just make sure you sew them all the same, so the background color is in the bottom left corner. So you will end up with 4 each of squares that look like this. Now we're just going to take each one of these and press it towards the colored square, and we'll be right back to put this all together. Okay, now we have 4 of these squares and 4 of these squares and 4 of each of those squares. So now all you do is you take one of these squares with the triangle pointing to the bottom left. And then you take one of the matching squares of this, with the small square at the bottom left. Okay, then you're just going to sew these together like that. And then you're going to do the same thing with these. Triangle to the bottom left, square to the bottom left. And sew those together like that. And you're going to do that with all of your pairs here. Now we're going to take each one of these and press it towards the colored square. Okay, oh, you can't see it, but my glasses are all steamed up from pressing. So now you have 4 of those in each color. 4 and 4. So with each, so you're going to take a pair of each color and match them up like this. So you're going to take one, turn it around, come up so the triangles are touching kitty corner like that. And then you're going to sew it together right along there. And you're going to do that with this pair as well. And then you're going to do the same thing with your other color. Pair up the triangles in the middle and sew it together. And of course, as always, nice 1/4" seams throughout will help your seams to line up nicely. You want to make sure you line up your center seam right there. Now you have 2 each of these, and you're going to take one of each, turn one of them like this, and then sew them together just like that. Okay, so if you have them in the same direction, just do one turn counterclockwise and sew them together right there. Now we're just going to press those and move on to the next step. Whichever way you press them, just do them both the same. So we're going to press them both toward the green. Now we have 2 of these, and we're just going to match up all the little squares in the middle and sew that together. I'll hold it up in a second so you can see the whole thing, but that is your finished quilt block. There you have it, the Jagged Lattice quilt block, or whatever you may call it. If you like this block and you like this video, please hit that like button. We love that. And subscribe to our channel and hit the little bell so that it will notify you every time we put up a new video. And don't forget to check out our website at tulipsquare.com, where you can download all of our quilt block guides. Now the guides for the quilt blocks are always free. I know we've been having trouble with the downloads lately, but we're working on it. We're not really tech people, so we're doing the best we can, so bear with us. You know, some people are trying to download the actual video, and you're clicking on the wrong thing. The ones that say, you know, you have to have YouTube Premium or something like that, you're clicking the wrong download button when you get that error. So, but the thing about the expired key, I still haven't found out what that is yet, so we're going to try some different ways and see the best way that it works for everybody to be able to download our PDFs. So bear with us. Thank you for your patience. And with that said, we will see you next week with another video, and until then, happy sewing!